Hey everybody! Tonight I'm so excited and honored to interview this guest who contributed a lot to my success when it comes to language and education. I'm with Thayz, my last language teacher. So Thayz, how was it for you to become a teacher?
Hi everyone, thanks for having me. Well, I was about to finish high school and I was feeling the pressure. Everyone asking, what are you gonna do with your life? What are you gonna do for a living? And I had no idea because until nowadays I like lots of things. So I was really confused and I'm really into art. So I thought about graphic design, architecture, but life happened and I ended up going to language school. I studied Portuguese, English, and their literatures, and I fell in love for this area. And nowadays, teaching English, teaching Spanish, because I graduated in Spanish through the time, is what I truly appreciate doing. So I guess that's it. It was by accident, I guess, how I ended up here, but nowadays it's part of who I am.
That's great! Working in education is an intense choice, specifically in this country and culture in which we live. And concerning your background in education, what's your biggest challenge and your greatest accomplishment?
Yeah, like you said, there are a lot of challenges, but I guess there are a lot of rewards too. Nowadays, I teach in an English school, not in a regular school, so I'm in touch with different people throughout my days, my work days, and those people have different personalities and different social backgrounds. So I guess it's very important to look at these students in their individuality, individually, in order to work with them. So that being said, I guess my biggest challenge is helping them to be the protagonist of their learning because sometimes they are too afraid or they don't trust themselves as they should do. So I guess my biggest challenge is convincing them of their potential. And at the same time, my greatest accomplishment is also having this result. When they show they learned, they have a conversation, they get the job they wanted. I guess that's it.
I got it, and I totally agree. Actually, how many languages do you speak and teach? Beyond teaching, how do you really live the languages and how do you usually practice them?
Well, I speak fluently Portuguese, of course, English and Spanish, but nowadays I'm also studying French. So let's say if I travel to France, I probably will survive over there, but I won't starve, but I'm not fluent yet. How I live the languages, I guess I try to put myself into the language as many ways possible because we need to immerse ourselves into the experience. We need to live the language. So movies, touching the settings of my cell phone to the language I want to practice, songs, podcasts, books when I have time. So I try to memes on the internet, social media, they're great, videos on YouTube, and that's it, I guess. And that's what I suggest to my students too.
Interesting, that's interesting. By the way, I've taught some Asians, and they used to be introverted most of the times. And when I got their fluency, I noted them speaking up differently. I mean, more confidence. But how about you? Do you believe learning new languages may change personality?
Sure, I totally agree. I guess not exactly change, but they discover some traits they were not so much familiar with. They improve some traits, so they change for the better and they learn more about themselves and they have a wider horizon, a wider social and cultural background. So I agree. Learning a new language change the person.